It's been a while since I haven't uploaded a projector video. I was too busy trying to find my place in the AV industry. But that work was worth it. I got involved with a lot of great people. Some of them have many gear to repair. So much that they arrived by truck. My garage is now full of questionable beam fixture, spot moving head, fog machine and random electronics. There are even a pile of cold spark generator, most of them not working. Fortunately, he gave me boxes of spare parts. I'm on a mission to save those gear from becoming e-waste.
Wow, that's a lot of gear to repair. First of all, I need to check all of these machines because my customer needs them the next week. So let's prioritize those machines inside the flight. So we need to repair as much as possible all the units that are in the flight. And if I need some pieces, I can take from the remnants of the old machine in here. Let's do a diag on them to see what's wrong with them. So I can already see some sign of malfunction or service, which means bad, not working. Fan bad. Problem with pan and switch, no lamp. Let's see if it has been repaired or if it's still bad. Alright, so what we have here? Good one, missing logo, shape seems to be alright. This is a pretty good model, just need new logo, new grille, and a little cleanup. Ugh. That's the problem with this kind of rubber plastic is that it tends to degrade and end up in this oil, very messy. This one is even worse. Ugh. Again, damage here, missing logo, damage here. I can hear something inside, broken part here. This one needs a little more work. Let's power them on. It's very loud, but seems to be okay. Alright, so we have a hand stop not working. Fortunately, I can't access the menu because there is no backup battery inside. Alright, so missing hand switch on this one. Now let's try on this one. Even louder. And tilt sensor is broken. The problem with Chinese knockoff is that you can't find any information on the internet. I'm trying to type the name of the manufacturer here. I'm not getting any more results. So I need to have some kind of a guide to access the menu so that I can check sensor error or not. On Martin projector is very straightforward, but on this one I can't manage to figure it out. And I can't find the manual either, so that's very unfortunate. Alright, I check each and every projector, and here is a little list of what's going wrong with each one. And we have quite a long list of things to do. So I'm going to start with the most easy one, so that I can make some place for the stuff to do. Let's start with the fourth one. You notice that there is some pieces inside. Indeed. And the button needs a little bit of cleaning because they are not very good. So let's first of all dismantle that so that I can remove this piece and see what's wrong inside. Shit. Always happen. This is inside. You can see the color wheel here, the gobo wheel here, for whatever spot you want to make. I mean, it's a beam, so it's always going to be just a straight tube. Yeah, I really not a big fan of these new fixture beam stuff. Like, they look like crap and the color is absolutely bad. Anyway, this is the frost to make it a little bit better. This is the most important thing to all beam fixture owner, the rhythm, of course. That's the only thing you can utilize to make your beam a bit more interesting. You have the focus, which is with Dusk 2 motor here. Fan assembly for the 5R lamp, which is basically a video projector lamp. And I can see a screw here. I need to find where it comes. Find it, but it's broken. I don't think I can put this screw back, or I need to replace this plastic parts. Found it. I managed to find okay shape one. Just little scratches, but nothing too crazy. Let's replace this ring with this one. This is it. No more cracked ring, plastic ring. Let's go to the bin. And I can reassemble the head because there's no more work to do. Despite maybe a little cleanup of the lens, but that's really easy to do. So here it is. I need to unscrew those 4 screws to access the actual button. By the way, I think this PCB is kind of crooked. Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's kind of crooked. Weird. So let's just apply some contact cleaner, that will do it. I couldn't find a replacement plastic. So let's skip this one and remount everything with no crooked PCB this time. I think what happened is that one of those display got stuck onto one of those pillars here, and so it was crooked. That's much better. And with the freshly clean button,
going to be nice and perfect. Let's remount that. Now final test is of course plugging it in and see if everything still works. Alright, cool. This go back, and this go back. Yeah, and finito. It's kinda clean, as good as I can get, but this plastic is very low quality. By the way, this is not a clay packy fixture. This is just a little sticker put by the owner to make it look like a clay packy from the distance. But yeah, inside is not even close. Anyway, I can take this one and let's go on the third one. Here we go. Let's get back to work. So there is some piece missing here, pieces missing here, and there is a pieces inside. Yes, I can hear it. Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a screw. Probably not on this same spot, because this seems to be well attached. I also need to clean the optic a bit better, because it's so dark I can see myself inside the lens. Wow. And also lubricating the pan, so this direction, because the motor is skipping some steps sometimes. So let's go. Screw here. Once again. And again, screw missing here. Ah, come on. I'm not going to be able to repair this one because I don't have any more replacement. So I'm just going to remove the screw and go for it. So now a little cleanup. I'm going to do a thorough cleanup this time because it's very dusty. The front land focus is disgusting. Prism is okay, but color wheel is, well, I mean, this pitch by itself, this is going to be a nightmare to clean. I hate doing that. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. At least optically, it's pretty much as new. It's good. Now for the pan, I'm going to need to remove one of those covers, and I think it's going to be this one, because on this one you already have the locking mechanism, so the motor is most likely in here. And yes, that's it. Motor is here. And the motherboard for all of the head is here, and most likely this is the communication data between this board and this slave board. This is the power supply, and funny enough, those little cable goes here to a 3-pin connector, but it's only 2. Chinese. Anyway, if it works, it works. And after removing the cover for the central hub, which is here, where all the cable goes from the head assembly, the yoke here, to the base, and here I can see the bearing that I need to lubricate. So let's put
tiny little bit of oil in here. Here we go. The central hub is lubricated. Now let's go to the motor, but the motor is going to be a bit harder. How can I access this? There's some screw, maybe I can drop the motor. I need to figure that. Oh look, that's so cool. There's a teeny little tiny fan here going into the board to cool them off. But there is no opening on the grill. So it's basically just mixing the air around. But no actual fresh air coming in. Those things are such a bad design. But now I can remove those 4 screws to remove this assembly here. This plate that is just in front of the motor, so that way I can access the motor. Yeah, that's cool. So let's remove those. Just here. So I marked on the plug which motor is it. So this is the tilt, this is the pan, and we have distribution, electrical distribution. So there's no way, no input output, it's just this one is connected to this one and this one is connected to this one. The little data cable patched here, then power is distributed to the second board, and here we go. Let's fire it up and see if I manage to fix the pan. God, this is loud. Seems to be working fine. And now let's reassemble the unit with these little pieces that were missing. Here we go, that's it for this one. Alright, and it's now time to have a lunch. So I see you in 2 hours to continue working on those fixtures. I'm a bit early, that's cool. Now we need to do the other fixture, which are a bit more complicated as there are some electrical issue. Let's start with the first one, and I know I need to change the grill because it's broken. Here. Then 2 rubber gaskets are needed for the hood, cleaning the optics, and yeah, so a little piece inside. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same issue as the other 2. And the problem with the power LED, that is just not working, and sometimes it doesn't seem to be working fine when it's cold, so this is going to be a capacitor issue, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so let's check the inside. I can't hear the piece for now, but yeah, let's check anyway. I need to change this grill. Can't hear the little screw, the loose pieces. I can definitely hear something, but I think it's in the base. Yeah. Alright, so what we have here. So this might be... this is not the power supply. This is the ballast, electronic ballast. Basically a switching power supply, but just for the lamp. The power supply is in the back. Alright, found it. What is this? This is the top of a capacitor? No, I know what is this. Do you know what this is? This is the top of a fuse. This part here. Yes. Funny. Well, anyway. So it's removed, and now I can remove that. And I need to check on the board here. There might be some capacitor that needs a replacement, I think. Well, that's one of the problems when you're dealing with capacitor issue, is that you can't really replicate the problem all the time. So to be sure, I changed the whole board. So this is the presumably bad one. I'm going to clean it and check it if I need a replacement for one or the other. If I don't need it, well, it's just going to be a spare. So now I can reassemble this one, and I think it's good to go, and we will go to the second one. Oh wow, this was a mess. It's very sticky, and there is no way my special cleaner here is going to deal with that. Disgusting. All pieces are removed. It's going to be cleaned separately. Going to need to replace this crap. It's absolutely destroyed. And this plastic is super low quality, like. This is a very brutal plastic. Doesn't age very well. Like, look at that. Very bad. Direct in the bin. This is trash. Oh, I just can't get my head why this thing has a problem with his tilt. Because the pan is fine, the tilt, the motherboard is fine because I swapped it on this one, and this one is working fine. The sensor is fine because the sensor is swapped from this one, and this one is fine. So all of that is fine. This one is questionable, but I'm pretty sure it's okay because I changed it twice and I still got the same result. And the thing is that all of the motor action are in reverse. Like for example, on this one, when I am 0 tilt, it goes to full left. And this one, when I do the exact same DMX command, it goes far right. And everything is in reverse. The thing is that even the resets happen in reverse, but the sensor, the Hall effect sensor, is what detects the end of travel. So on this one, this is fine. And the travel is here. You can see the little magnet just in front of the Hall effect sensor. But on this one, since it is trying his best to reset in this direction, the sensor can't detect the magnet because it's on the opposite side. Very weird issue. I can't get my head why that. So I'm going to remove the motor and investigate what's going on with this motor. Like maybe someone plug it in the reverse way and never get it right. But that's starting to get a bit involving for this one. Wow. Oh, wow. Everything is fine. Of course, cable is super short. Ah, come on.
To make my experiments easier, I unplugged the pan motor so that I don't have to deal with the yoke rotating. It makes my life much easier to troubleshoot.
Still going in the wrong direction. Going this direction, it's going to turn in this direction. But this should be on the other one because the magnet is here. Why? So weird. Motor is swapped, so this one is from here. This was super hard to remove because the spring was in reverse, so I needed to move everything to access the side of the spring to remove it. But anyway, that's done. And look at that. When I pour it on, see, it goes in this direction. Here. And if you watch in here, so here, in this direction, that's in this direction, and that's where the magnet is. What? How can a motor change its polarity like, what the fuck? But to be really honest, it's not even the same size. I think this motor has been swapped, but the owner didn't know that for some reason Chinese like to put motor in the opposite way. Because like I've never seen a motor that acts differently. It's super weird, man. Super weird. Alright, so let's try to find magnets, but not the thin one, the more wider one. Alright, this one. See, this one is shallower, so this is the one that is in my broken unit. And it's not the same shaft, so this comes from a different moving head. And the guy thought this was more or less the same because it was also for the tilt or the pan. And remove this plate, replace it with the original one and call it a day. But no, this motor is not the same, is not compatible. So I need to find a donor. Like here it is. It seems to be an original motor, so I need to remove it to have an actual proper motor. Wow, it took so much time, man. Crazy. And got it. Well, problem is that I need to put back the sensor because this is where I took the extra sensor, of course. But anyway, and you can clearly see the difference in size. See the difference? This one is a bit smaller, this one a bit taller. So let's put it in here, do a test, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the right way. Here we go! Now it's raining in the right direction. Alright, so after a little adjustment of the plate, I'm ready, this should work. Let's go! Finally found the problem. Super cool, I can now reassemble everything and I should be good to go for this one. Wow. Day 2. So we got the last two fixtures to work on, the two most harder. One that needs some caps repair, and the other one is mostly aesthetic problem, but also the prism is intermittent and sometimes skipping step. This is going to be quite hard to troubleshoot. So we'll start with this one first. So when I can't remove the screw, I just use a super strong magnet magnetized to my screwdriver. Yeah, it works fine. Simple trick. It's all. I mean, look at it. It's all melted, and I can't lift it up. See. Yes, alright. What a disaster! This one is in pretty rough shape. You can see some glass cracking. I wonder if I might change this wheel for a better one, because this one is all cracked. Let's see if I got it in my stock. Yeah, so I got this one. The module seems to be in good shape. All the glass are here. And there is like one screw here, and I can remove this whole module, which is something that I'm probably going to do. First of all, let's disconnect all of the harness. Nice, and I've also got a new prism mechanism, so I don't have to worry about the prism issue. Yeah, it's in good shape. Let's use this one. Pretty cool. I can see myself through it. That's nice. So, out with the old and in with the new.
let's fire it up. Normally it should be just plug and play and just work.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. You like playing moron with me? Funny. Well, it seems to be fine, but I can control it, but just the end stop is a bit too early. So for that I can go to the menu. Oh crap, you're going to see nothing with this screen. Alright, let's go. 60 FPS baby. Shut up, you moron. So we go to advanced and then pan, and I can increase an offset. So here I go to 0. Well, I'm just going to max it out. Yeah, and now it's fine. Tilt is alright too. Cool. Now let's concentrate on the prism. So let's introduce the prism. There's this one. It's not dropping, nice. Even if I put the head in the opposite side. No problem whatsoever. Cool. So that was an easy fix. I don't want to go inside and try to figure out what's the problem when I just got another module, because like all of the other ones we saw are just going to scrap or to rescue some parts, but mostly scrap because it's all gone. Anyway, so this is good for this one. Now let's reassemble it and clean the front length, and we are good to go on this one. That was an easy one. This is the last one. Nice. I know there is this thing to replace, but I have no extra part for this plastic piece, so it's just going to stay how it is. And then, so what we have, I need some of these, of course, but I've got a lot of them, so that's not a big issue. I've got this, I won't do it, but then I've got a problem with the screen or the motherboard that has a issue when it's cold. So let's fire it up and see what's going on. Alright, so I can already tell there is some issue. The screen is not lighting up. There should be a little animation. Let's try to restart it. No. No. Alright, so let's swap this screen. It's very intermittent and I can't get it working. This time it goes nice, and it's glitching like crazy also. Let's see if I can replace the caps, or else I will replace it with the one that is in a better shape, like this one, because I can't trust this one.
caps doesn't look that bad. Nice. Oh. No, it went bad again. This one is broken. You need to put a marker. This one seems to be stable. Nice. If you remember right, that's one from the first fixture that has the LED power that is not lighting up. There's no LED lighting up, so let's probe in here. If it's an easy fix, I will try to fix the LED. It's better to have the LED, it's not very necessary, but just make it a bit more professional. I'm just going to test in between the green LED to see what's going on. I've got 1.4 volts, which is very standard for an LED, and here I've got 5 volts. And if I go between the resistor, I've got 0. So that means that the LED is open circuit, resistance doesn't do its job, it's just passing voltage because there are no currents, so no voltage drop between the resistor. And the LED is just open circuit, so got the full 5 volts in between his leg. So I just need to change the LED and we're good to go. Now I need to know which side is the ground, of course. An LED is polarized. This side is the ground. That's a good replacement. Now to know which side of an LED is the ground, just go in continuity mode. So it's not on this region, it's on the other direction. Or maybe this LED is just simply blown. Let's go with my power supply. Ah shit. It's broken. So let's blow it with high voltage, shall we? Well, so I took another LED in my stock. And normally it's around the same size. So let's put it in here. Yay! Nice. Super cool. Oops. While I'm at it, I'm also going to change some caps like this one, and I will try to find a replacement for this one. because since it was also intermittent, sometimes not working right, I'm pretty sure it's a capacitor issue, but since I don't have any operating board, I have to repair this one. And those soldering points are so tiny, like the capacitor barely fits through it. So to compensate, I cut the leg on an angle so that it makes some kind of a point. That way it's a bit easier to fit through the board. Oh my god, I need 4 fucking hands for that. Yes, I actually used my nose in order to hold the PCB. That's common practice. Come on, this solder is so a piece of crap. I really should make a video to explain why you shouldn't buy a low quality solder and why you shouldn't solder with this crap. When I add a ton of my actual high quality solder, Loctite one, of course it works better. So this one is good. Now this one, but I can't find a replacement for now. Alright, so this is just a 5V, so I can replace it with a lower voltage actually. That's very good because I got a replacement at a lower voltage. Got a 10V here. They are exactly the same size, but this one should be a bit bigger because it's a higher value. But since it's Chinese value, they keep it at a very low cost, so small size, of course. Caps are replaced. Let's test it. Nice. Seems to be good.
Finally, after 2 days of hard work, they regained their former beauty and are now ready for the show. I can now erase the marking and they can be shipped back to their owner.
Alright, is that the end of this one? I hope you like it. There were a lot of things to do, but now it's done and I'm super happy. I still got a lot of things to do, a lot of things to repair in the garage, but yeah, that's going to be for another time. In any case, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Have a nice day.